We take a look now at the trends on social media, and with me this week, Mama Ponya Motsai from SABC Digital News. Mama Ponya, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
So one of the biggest stories we've had this week is what's been happening in Vuwani. We even saw the president addressing the situation yesterday in his speech on the budget. So it is a huge situation. It's a huge story. It's quite frightening to see what's been happening there. What's been the reaction on social media?
So on social media, the issue is also very big. It's actually been trending the whole week from Monday until now. There's Vuwani protest on Twitter and social media. Even on Google, it comes up on Google Trends. So it's been very big the whole week. People are appreciating the magnitude of the problem.
All right. Also, another trending topic on social media this week has been what I mentioned just now, is the presidency's budget speech. So what's been the sentiment around that?
Well, the sentiment around the budget speech was very negative. You know, people had negative things to say. They were not very impressed with the president, but not very impressed with Baleka Mbete. So the negative sentiment wasn't towards the opposition parties, even though they boycotted the response to the speech, and it wasn't towards the EFF, even though there was that disruption. So people were very negative in their responses and their conversation in the presidency's speech.
All right. And then another big topic this week has been the Matthew Tennyson story. It must have been, it was on Facebook, it must have been trending on every social media platform.
Yeah, it was very, very big. It had about 20,000 tweets. This is on Monday and Tuesday mainly. So it was quite big. I think.
Just give us the background to that story, how it all started and how something like that goes from one person's comment on Facebook and then literally just mushrooms into what we've been seeing throughout the week. He was even on the radio this week making a statement about it and receiving a lot of negative feedback from that interview. There's been an article in the paper about it. You know, it's just literally exploded into something that started as one person's comment on Facebook. And we see this happen all the time.
Yeah.
We see people just lapse in judgment. They say something on social media and the next thing, it's been taken up on every platform for people to be able to respond to it. And it's often negative response.
I think people still don't get that social media is quite big and it's very powerful. What you are tweeting or what you are posting on Facebook is not just to your friends or to the people in your circle. It could literally just go out to everyone around the world. So people are still not getting that this is a big deal. And in a way, it's quite positive because it exposes what we hide and what we should be talking about. So I think Matthew didn't realize that this would be this big. And like you said, he went and he apologized. So at first it was big because of what he said. Then people again, it picked up again because people were not impressed with his apology. They felt it was not genuine and he still did not get what the problem was with his post.
Yeah.
So again...
and it was a Facebook post.
It was a Facebook post that was screen grabbed and it went to other different social networks.
All right.
Yeah.
And
what was also quite interesting is that with if you compare the Matthew issue and the Vuwani issue, the Vuwani issue with Matthew on Monday and Tuesday when it peaked, it was quite huge. So when people were talking about it, they were really talking about it. I think it got the most retweeted tweet on that issue, had about 550 retweets. With the Vuwani issue, it has been trending for longer, but it has not yet reached such a peak. So the most retweeted tweet on that issue is about 160 retweets. So with the racism one, when people are talking about it, it's really big, but they tend to move on quite fast.
Okay.
But with the Vuwani one, it's consistent, but it's not as big.
Okay.
Yeah.
but still that consistency is
That
there, which I think for a
consistency in
story like that
itself,
is important.
Yeah.
All right, and something else, we're running out of time, but very briefly, DJ Euphonic, I mean, he's a big name in South African culture. He trended for some time earlier this week. What was that all about?
So he trended because he went on a rant about how he's the one who broke up with Bonang, and he's the one who helped make her what she is now. And so people love that kind of thing on Twitter and Facebook.
And why now? Because they broke up a while ago. I mean, I don't follow all these things.
Yeah, yeah, that's what people are asking. Like, you keep on saying you're over her, and
but you bring it up now.
Yeah, you like, you keep going to this thing. Why are you doing this? And I think people just enjoy.
It's a soapy on social media.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, so people just enjoy going there, comment and laugh because they're not affected. So, yeah. Also on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, South Africans were talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it. What's been trending on social media this week. Mamaponya Motsai from our SABC Digital News. Thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome.
All right, well, we'll take another short break when we